The Dagestani Formula begins long before a fighter enters the cage. It begins in the mountains, where the air is thin and excuses cannot survive. It begins in the heart, where a person decides that life will not be lived by accident, but with purpose. Faith becomes the compass, guiding every step, every struggle, every dream. Discipline becomes the road, unforgiving yet reliable, shaping a man into someone capable of greatness. Victory becomes the result, not by chance, but by commitment. In Dagestan, this is not a secret, it is a lifestyle. You cannot choose half of it, you must accept all of it. Only then does a person understand what true strength means. Faith is not just a word, it is the engine behind every action. Without faith, discipline becomes empty and motivation becomes temporary. Faith keeps a man grounded when success comes and keeps him patient when results delay. It reminds him that everything he has is a trust, not a trophy. In the mountains, young fighters are taught that before you conquer an opponent, you must conquer your own heart. You must align your intentions, purify your goals, and trust the path written for you. Faith gives courage when fear whispers. Faith gives light when life becomes dark. With faith, even struggle feels meaningful. Discipline is what transforms average men into champions. In Dagestan, discipline is not a choice made on good days, it is a rule followed every day. Waking up early is normal, training twice a day is normal, sacrificing comfort is normal. No one asks for praise because discipline is simply expected. Discipline means you do what needs to be done even when you are tired, hungry, frustrated, or discouraged. It means you train when others sleep, study when others waste time, and push yourself when no one is watching. Discipline breaks weakness. Discipline builds destiny, and without it, dreams remain dreams. The mountains play their own role in this formula. They teach humility because the mountain does not move for anyone. They teach patience because every step upward tests your lungs, your legs, and your mind. They teach hunger because reaching the peak is never easy. A fighter who grows in the mountains becomes mentally unshakable. He learns to embrace difficulty, not run from it. He learns that progress is slow and painful, but always worth it. The mountains sculpt the body, sharpen the spirit, and harden the will. This is why Dagestani warriors fight with calmness. They have already survived harsher battles. Hard work in Dagestan is done in silence. There is no show, no performance, no ego. No one trains for Instagram. They train for their future. The mat becomes a classroom, and every mistake becomes a lesson. The older fighters teach the younger ones not with speeches but with example. Sweat becomes the currency of growth. Pain becomes a familiar teacher. And through countless rounds, countless drills, countless corrections, a fighter begins to transform. In silence, champions are born. In repetition, greatness is shaped. This is the Dagestani way. Ego has no home in a champion's heart. Ego blinds a man, makes him careless, and destroys discipline. That is why Dagestani fighters keep their humility like armor. They respect their coaches, honor their parents, and remain grounded no matter how high they rise. Ego is the enemy that whispers lies, telling a man he is already enough. Humility is the voice that reminds him he can always improve. When ego dies, growth begins. When humility leads, victory follows. Those who understand this principle rarely lose their way. A fighter without a strong team is like a bird without wings. In Dagestan, the team is family, not a temporary group. They train together, struggle together, bleed together. They hold each other accountable. They lift each other when someone falls. They do not allow laziness to grow or excuses to multiply. Every fighter knows he represents more than himself. He represents his coach, his brothers, his region, and his people. This bond creates a strength deeper than muscle. When they enter the cage, they carry the weight of their community and the pride of their homeland. Sacrifice is the hidden price of victory. While the world sleeps, the fighter runs. While others enjoy comfort, he embraces difficulty. While people chase temporary pleasures, he chases long-term greatness. Sacrifice means missing celebrations, avoiding distractions, and rejecting shortcuts. It means saying no to everything that weakens discipline. Victory demands this price, and Dagestani fighters accept it without complaint. They know that the taste of success is sweeter when earned with struggle. They know that without sacrifice, victory is accidental, not intentional. Pressure is something every fighter must face, but Dagestani warriors view pressure differently. To them, pressure is not a burden, it is a responsibility. It means people believe in you. It means you carry expectations because you have proven your worth. Pressure does not break them because they rely on faith, discipline, and preparation. When the world watches, they stay calm. When the moment is heavy, they remain focused. Pressure sharpens their instincts instead of weakening them. This is why they fight with such peace. The real battles were already fought in training. Victory for them is not about fame or spotlight. It is about fulfilling a promise to themselves and their families. Victory is proof that discipline works, that faith guides, and that sacrifice pays off. They do not dance to celebrate. They raise their hands in gratitude. They do not boast. They thank God. They do not act like kings. They act like servants of their purpose. Victory for them is an honor, not a show. It is a reminder to stay humble, stay hungry, and stay dedicated to the path that brought them there. Defeat is not the end of the story. In Dagestan, defeat is treated like a teacher, not an insult. After a loss, the fighter returns to the gym, analyzes his mistakes, and begins rebuilding. There is no giving up, no emotional breakdown, no blame. They believe every setback has a lesson hidden inside. They trust that God tests you before He elevates you. Defeat becomes a sharpening blade, carving away weakness and leaving behind a stronger version of the fighter. This resilience is what makes them so dangerous. The Dagestani Formula, faith, discipline, victory, is not only for fighters. It is for anyone who wants to rise above average. It is for those who want to conquer their inner battles, achieve their goals, and live with purpose. Faith gives direction, discipline gives structure, and sacrifice gives results. Victory becomes the natural outcome of a lifestyle built on consistency and humility. If you adopt this formula, you don't just become stronger, you become unbreakable. And when life challenges you, you respond like a warrior from the mountains, calm, focused, and unstoppable.